Okay, here we go. It's coming into 9:30. You're in the Echotraders room. We're on the ES instrument. We're looking at a rule of thumb trade to the SMA 200. We'll see where it goes from there. The market has retested the EMA. Long positions are off the table at this moment. MACD indicates look for. Short position back to support. We had mentioned that support was somewhere around 65.5, confluence, and 64. So we have a money off area here to lock in money. You have to lock in money anyways. And that number comes in at 2067. So we're looking for that target to get reached. We know there'll be a little whipsaw here. Here comes the whipsaw. And we'll be looking to retest the EMA. We'd like to see the SMA touched. And we'll see if it can get broken to the downside in a continuation. And we have a target to the downside at 62.50 if it, now that's not all that far beyond, but the market does have to follow through. So into the whipsaw, lock in your money and hang on. Should be a roller coaster here. So there's a push back to the resistance, the EMA, that's testing, and we look for that to get taken out, and here's your money off. So lock in more money. In the whipsaw, pretty good whipsaw so far.
There's your test of EMA, there's the yellow line showing resistance, and then bango, southbound. Look at your...
All right, so there's the first, this here's your larger money off here. So lock in more money. This here's a nice whipsaw candle, fairly constant here this morning compared to some mornings at 9:30 area. That this year we had talked about money in your pocket here. It briefly touched that and came back to retest the EMA from the downside. Rule of thumb trade is right here. The target area, as we had mentioned, 65.5, 64. That doesn't mean it will stop. That means you have to manage. So if you have a runner, drop your stop down and lock in a little more money. So for instance, if you put money in your pocket at 67, 2067, then now your runner is worth a little bit more money. If you get in the pecking order for the rule of thumb trade, you can see the market has just barely come down there, so you may or may not be filled. So that's another reason to bring your stop down. So whether you have one contract and you're managing that, or you're managing just your runner because you already put some money in your pocket at approximately 65.5. Next target's down to be retested, as we had mentioned earlier, was 2062 1/2. Right down in here. This is at 141 is at 2062 and a quarter. And look left. This year bottom is right there. And left again, and you have 62 and 1/2. All right, so that's your confluence, 62 and a half, 62 and a quarter. We should see a little pullback, and you'll look for, to lock in that money, you'll look for the market to retest approximately 67. That may be more money than some wish to give back, so lock in, choke the trade, take the money, get in the pecking order, all of the above, and you'll have a pretty good trading experience. Here comes your 2067. My name is Dale Elliott. We do this every day. If you want to know more, contact support at echotraders.com. Next target's down. Once this here can hold, if this here can hold as a resistance area, it's not quite there yet, will be down into your 2060 area. And so if you didn't get filled earlier, it hadn't quite reached down in here, but if you were down here and you didn't get filled because it just barely touches there, then you did get filled this time. The whipsaw back to the 67. It went a little bit beyond that, 69, so 2 points beyond, and retested the EMA and said, hey, the EMA is strong. Look at your MACD. The MACD still says coming down here. All right. And down she came to rule of thumb target is the SMA, as we had mentioned. We'll see if there's more in this, but bottom line is lock in money. Till next time, trade well, my friends.